So what I really want to get into, man, is like because you got so many people struggling right now, right?
Yeah.
People that have had businesses and they're like, I don't know what to do. Wholesaling's not working. Fix and flip is dangerous right
Oh
now.
yeah, dangerous. Yeah.
So what is the single best strategy that you feel is going to work in 2023 and beyond?
Easy. Acquire creatively, sell creatively.
Okay.
Okay, so what does that mean? It means sellers right now, days on market are 60 plus days on market. Go to agents and say, hey, would your seller be willing to give me seller finance, or can I take over their payments if I
Mm-hmm.
can get your commission paid? They go, yep, okay, great. Like I've got 3 going on right now with Kevin Cho. Kevin Cho's like 22-year-old kid.
Mm.
Just goes on market, agent, 90 days plus on market, FHA or VA, which means they have no equity, and I'm taking over the payments. Now, when I was newer, I would have just turned around and sold that on a wrap,
Mm-hmm.
taken a large down payment, paid the commissions, paid any money that the seller got, take a chunk of money myself, and now I've got passive income.
Yep.
Right now, there's obviously for people that are listening to this for the first time, I might as well just have been speaking Egyptian for them, right? They don't understand exactly what that means. But it basically take over somebody else's payments, become the bank. Even that, like people need to see that this on a whiteboard to even know what that means. But 100%, the number one strategy that will dominate in 2023 will be, and this is what's great about creative finance, is that there is a version of creative finance that dominates in every market.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, the version of creative finance that's going to dominate is acquiring and then selling on a wrap or assigning to an end buyer.
Yeah.
Right. So like a couple weeks ago, Kevin Cho brings a deal to me. He's like, oh, it doesn't cash flow. I'm like, Justin, how much money do you think I cash flow on this house that I live in right now?
I have no idea.
Zero. I live
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Zero.
Yeah.
Who's the only person that doesn't care that a property cash flows? The person that lives there.
Right.
So your buyer is no longer a flipper. Your buyer is no longer the investor. Your buyer is the person that has been marketed, priced out of the market with a 6%, 7%, and 8% interest rate. So I can assign, so let's say I take a sub 2 deal right now. Okay. I take a sub 2 deal, somebody who has days on market. This is such a powerful opportunity. It's crazy. I don't even have to wrap this shit. All I have to do is assign it to somebody else. And I get paid for doing nothing but structuring a real estate transaction. I go to an agent, I go to the seller, and I go, let me take over the payments, buy that sub 2, or let me buy that seller finance.
So hold on, because I want to go deep into
Yeah.
that, right?
Mm-hmm.
For the people that don't know, what is creative finance?
Creative finance is the process of acquiring anything in life without credit, credentials, or cash. So, for example, this is a great example. Tevin, you'll appreciate this one. Okay, so I got a new camera guy that joins my crew like maybe a month ago, okay? And he comes into my studio upstairs in my main like cowboy office. And he goes, man, I'm so excited I'm working for the sub 2 guy. And I'm like, cool, all right. My other camera guy who's there, Eric, says, do you even know what sub 2 is? And Jose goes, no, I don't.
Mm.
And I go, all right, well, let's go on the whiteboard and I'll like explain this to you. He's a camera guy, right? So I start explaining this to him. I go, okay. And I start talking about houses. And I watch him, his eyes start doing some shit like this. You know? I'm like, all right, let's change this up. So I go, watch this. I go, have you ever made money? Tevin, you ever made money like filming a wedding? How much money would a wedding be? Like $1,500, $3,000? Okay, $1,500. Was there ever a point in your life where you didn't have the equipment you wanted? Okay, even probably right now, you're like, I want that FX6, right? Okay, so here's what I did with Jose. And I go, all right, okay, forget the whiteboard. Let's go over to Craigslist. So I go over to Craigslist. And I go, what do you want? He goes, I want the Sony, I want the FX3, I want the this, I want the that. I go, boom, okay, no problem. In 30 minutes, I find all the on Craigslist. I call the seller. He's trying to sell all this stuff for like $3,500. And I go, all right, seller, I want to buy this from you, but I don't have the money today. I need this equipment to go make money. And when I make some money, I can make you some payments. Mm-hmm. And if you let me, and we set this agreement up, I'll pay you $4,000 instead of $3,500. Seller, this all live, by the way. I find out Eric was recording this the whole time. So, seller goes, okay, great. Jose's like, are you joking me? You just got all the camera I needed and I want for no money down. And the guy's going to let you make $500 payments. Here's the structure I gave the seller. I said, every time I go shoot a wedding, I don't shoot weddings, but I'm a salesman. I'm going to say whatever I got to do to get the deal done, right? So I go, I make $500. I go, I can pay you $500 every time I shoot a wedding. Seller goes, okay, yeah, we can do that. Great. So how many weddings do you shoot a month? I go, 2. He goes, okay, so you can pay me $1,000 a month until it's paid off. I go, yeah, no problem. So I buy it for $4,000. It's worth $3,000. But you know what it's really worth? It's worth whatever I can make with it. That's what it's really worth. The value of something is never the purchase price. The value of something is what I can do with it. So I can give you $4,000 of equipment that's I'm technically overpaying for on paper, and you can go make $1,500 every week, $2,000, $3,000 every week. And if you put no money down, and you can apply that to a wedding, you can make money from nothing, and take a small piece of that money and go pay this guy that basically floated you. That's called creative finance. That's it.